Alright, y'all, what is up, YouTube? What is up, anime fans, blurs, gamers, and all different sorts of people? Welcome to another anime review. I am your host. If you don't know my name, Mufasa Uncaged is the name. Gaming is my thing. Now, with me is ATC, NKZ, my boy, my chum, everything. You feel me? He's been rocking with me for this all these reviews, man. ATC, say what's up to the people. Shout out to Shuffles.
Hey man, what's happening with y'all? Appreciate y'all for fucking with us. You can catch me on YouTube at ATC TV and on IG at ATC_NKZ.
Yeah, and if you're trying to get into this, these reviews, man, we got a lot of anime coming too, man. We're trying to get into one of these reviews, man. Let us know in the comments or, man, hit us on Instagram or wherever on our socials, man. That would be the best way to get at us and to get you into one of these reviews. But remember to be 18. So yeah, let's just get into this, man. Let's get into the Cyberpunk thing. Like, wow, man, this was a good anime. This was the game was not received well, but this anime though was different, man. I liked it. Man, how you feeling about this anime, man?
Hey, I'm fucking with it, man. It's been an enjoyable ride. One of those animes where you just want to keep watching, just to see what happens. You get involved with those characters and shit.
Yeah, it had action. It's a crime anime and it's sci-fi. It's something for anime watchers or if you're a gamer too. And the animation was handled pretty well too from Studio Trigger, the people who animated Kill la Kill, if you didn't know, because they had the colors looking real nice and everything. Like, man, the world and the environment looking real nice and everything. I always appreciate that with Studio Trigger, like how they handle their colors and the animation and shit. But yeah, let's talk a little bit more about like this, man. Cyberpunk. Let's make some comparisons into like the game and the anime. Like what differences and like from the game and the anime like you took as you was watching it.
Shit, a lot of similarities. Shit, the locations, vibes, just the whole feel. Like when you play the game, especially if you're coming from just watching the anime and you just don't know nothing about the game, it might be different. But if you're coming from the game going straight to the anime, it gives you a whole nother different vibe, because it's just so much is the same in it, the same world. You know what I'm saying? So you get immersed in it.
And I'll say this about the world of Cyberpunk. It's a crazy one, no. It's a crazy one, dog. You got all these like characters within this environment, and it seems like it's always a story to tell within the world or within Night City, you know. Because Cyberpunk started out as like a book, and then they converted it into a game, and then like now it's an anime, and it's crazy. Like they all tell different stories, I think. But yeah, the timeline for this anime, it took time before the game actually. Like I don't want to rush to the end, but like I figured that out once I seen the end and who came at the end of the last episode.
Yeah.
So yeah, the timeline for this is before the main game. But yeah, let's talk a little bit more about. Matter of fact, first of all, how did you watch it? Did you watch subbed or dubbed?
Dub for sure.
Dub, yep. See, exactly. Because the dub voice acting was good. It wasn't not bad actually.
I didn't even think they had a sub.
Yeah, no, they had a sub for
I didn't
sure.
think about it. It didn't come across my mind.
Yeah, no, they had a sub because they was dropping the trailers and sub too, and I was like, well, shit. But yeah, there's a lot of sexual themes in here too. So yeah, there's sexual themes. There's a lot of decapitation, people getting their heads bumped off. Like it gets bloody and gory, like just like in the game, yo. So let's talk about our main character, David. There we go. David was a street kid. He's a street kid, so He went to Arasaka High and shit. He was in school, and his mom was putting him through school, and he's comes from a poor background and shit like that. What did you think about David?
David, shit, I automatically liked him off the rip, cause shit, when I played the game, shit, that's who I picked, the street character.
The street character.
So shit, I'm already liking the nigga shit.
Okay.
You feel me? He come from the rough background. He got to make some shit shake. He got the shit hit the fan for him. He got to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, shit hit the
I'm
fan.
already fucking with him.
It was crazy because like how like the first episode started off with like the big ass dude. And like he was just going off and just killing all the police and shit like that. I was like, whoa, this motherfucker. I was like, this is how we starting it off? This is how we gonna start it off. Wow.
Getting it cracking.
He got it cracking. No, man. He was doing some whole super speed shit, like going through the fucking. He was doing some Quicksilver shit. And just like doing super speed, killing all the police and shit like that. I thought that was cool though, how they did the little effect.
Once I seen that nigga eyes moving, I just knew then he nigga was a menace.
Yeah, he was a cybercycle. He's one of the cybercycles on the game, and they be doing that shit too, bro.
Oh.
I was like, damn. But he was hella big and buff. But then you come to see it's a simulation, and David was playing and shit like that. So he was just like, whoa, that felt real. And let's kind of skip into like him going into his day though, like going to school. He went to school. On his way to school, he seen a little baddie and shit. He like, hold on, who that little baddie up in this? Hold on, and then she just disappeared. He's like, oh shit, man. But then he goes to school eventually, and like the kids there, they're like the higher class. They're from a higher class, and their parents work with like Arasaka and like Tech, maybe like the rich people basically. So his mom putting him through this whole private school, and he doesn't want to be there or anything like that. You know, he ends up frying the whole system how when they were learning and shit like that. And mom gets called up. He gets taken out of school, all that. But then on his way home, his mom was telling him like I'm putting you through school. I'm not doing this shit for nothing. You know, giving them a talk like, I want you to just have the best. I want you to have the best. I want you to be in work for Arasaka and shit like that. Yeah, but then
don't let this shit be in vain. Shit.
Exactly, like you feel me. I want you to have the best that I didn't have. You know, because your mother, his mom was all he had, and then eventually a whole car accident, it was a whole shootout. Like, they got caught in the crossfire and shit. I was like, what the fuck? They literally
freak accident.
Yeah, it was like a whole shootout on the freeway and shit. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Hey, it's so crazy. You know, at one part, bro, I would have stopped. Like, his mom kept going with traffic. Like, why you didn't stop?
Know, right?
Why you didn't stop? I would have been like, oh shit. You would have stopped.
Like, we're just racing at this point.
Exactly. You trying to get shot. Like, no, I would have just stopped. But instead, she kept going. A whole car accident happened, and now you hurt. Your son's hurt. And then you see the trauma team, the paramedics basically. They come, they look at like her and shit like that, and then they just dip off. They didn't even pick her up. They just left them there for dead. You feel me? And I was like, oh, that's fucking cold.
You got enough money?
Exactly.
You ain't got enough money? Oh shit.
You ain't got enough money. If you ain't got a certain package, like they had premium packages and shit like that for the paramedics. They was like, oh well, fuck it. But even though she was a paramedic, I'm like, wait, ain't she a paramedic? That's kind of fucked up. You know?
Yo.
But then David eventually took her to like some low-end hospital, and yeah, they long story short, she didn't survive. And David
fucked me up, man.
Yeah, no, that fucked me up. I was like, damn, man. I was like, David.
This is what they told him.
Yeah,
how you come in here and see her, nigga? You ain't got enough money. You ain't got the funds.
Exactly. I'm like, damn. You premium. You gotta have all these damn plans and shit. I'm like, bruh, health insurance is a bitch. And fucking.
Imagine if shit was like that though.
Bruh, it'll be cold, bruh. I mean, it's already hard enough to get health insurance. Not everybody has health insurance, and that's the cold part about it, bro. But yeah, like seeing that shit, and then like. Bro, this part fucked me up, but I don't blame David for what he did. How the dudes at his school, heard about his mom dying, and they was like picking on him about it, like kind of just like, you know, you should drop out like your mom, like, you know, talking about his mom saying you should drop out and do all this shit.
Oh
he
yeah,
just
they was
going through it.
Yeah.
He was going through it, so he was just like, man, fuck that, bro. And he happened to find like some cyberware I think his mom had, and he went to the little Ripper dot, and he said, yo, I want you to put this on me. Put this on me. He was just like, man. First he was trying to sell the cyberware, and then you feel me. He did his little backstory. He did his little research. He was like, oh no, this cyberware go for hella much. I don't know what other brother talking about. Like he said, I can't get that much for it. But yeah, then he did his research, and now eventually he ended up putting in the cyberware into his own body. But before all that, you know, hold on, I did skip something, bro. It was hella funny how like he was getting picked on. Like the day he came back from school, and they was trying to pick on him, and he's throwing all types of hands in his face and shit. Hey, I like that animation though. I like how like bro was just up in his face and just throwing them hands hella quick. It was just
some kung fu shit.
Yeah, bro, and that's because of his cyberware, and because his family is hella rich and shit like that. But he beat the fuck out of David. I ain't gonna lie. He beat the fuck out of that nigga.
That nigga's cyberware was clean though. Imagine that shit. A nigga do 100 fucking fist in front of your face and then get to slapping the shit out your ass.
Man, he had them Rock Lee taijutsu hands on deck, boy.
Boxing the shit out.
Man, nah, for real. He was, man, shadow boxing the hell out that nigga. But David came back and was like, bitch ass nigga, run them hands, bro. Run them hands again, nigga, round 2. You feel me? And he straight up just like started doing the super speed shit that other bro was doing in the simulation. And he started getting on this shit. And eventually, you know, he got kicked out of school. And then now he's out on his own. He's doing a little other shit for money. So now he has to find a way to get money. But then he ended up running into the little baddie on the train and shit. And he ran into the little baddie, aka Lucy. I like Lucy, bro. Lucy was a good character too.
Yeah, Lucy was a baddie.
She was a baddie. Like, man.
That bitch was hardcore.
Exactly. And let me say this, like, as watching this whole anime, it gave me Ghost in the Shell vibes. I never really watched Ghost in the Shell like that, but it did give me Ghost in the Shell vibes, like, from what I have seen from Ghost in the Shell. But
yeah,
you feel
I can see why you say that. Yeah,
exactly. And Lucy kind of reminded me of the homegirl for Ghost in the Shell. Anyway, yeah, Lucy was on the train. She was snatching like little chips out of people's neck, and she was like damn near pickpocketing. And then she tried to do it to David. He was like, "Hold on, bitch, what you doing? Give me my shit back!" Like, you feel me? What you thought this was? And then you see them. They kind of conversate. They kind of click up together. They team up. They do their little thing and snatch more of these chips out of people's neck and all that. And then eventually, David, he was overusing his cyberware, and he ended up passing out after they did that whole thing. Then he wake up in the back of the ambulance and shit like that. It did. They find out, the ambulance find out like, oh, y'all ain't got no like plan or anything like that. And then Lucy was like, well, it's time to dip out. Boom. She fucking rolled the whole what the fuck they call it? Like, they basically escaped. Out the whole ambulance onto the gurney.
She out there, had the ass up in the air and shit.
Exactly.
She was rolling. Okay.
Yeah, nah, she was doing all that shit, bro. And I was like, bro, this bitch is crazy. But yo, I like her vibe though. And then eventually, you know, she come kick it. She kicking it with him, and then she was like, hey, you want to come back to my house? I'm like, ah, shit. David, don't you do it. This is the first date. Don't trust this bitch. Me, that's how I was feeling. I was just
facts.
I'm like, you just met this bitch. No, bro, don't do that. But then exactly. So eventually he agreed, because of course she's a baddie, and he was just like, you know what, I might get some cheeks out of this, you know. and then eventually he was just like, okay, well, shit. And then eventually, yeah, he does get set up. He gets set up, and then he wakes up to like 3 motherfuckers in his face, and one of them knock his ass the fuck out. Like, man, You feel me? You stole the cyberware. One of the leaders, the leader of the Edgerunners. By the way, it's crazy how like the word Edgerunner was another word of saying cyberpunk. And I was like, so if you really look at the title, it's cyberpunk. It's just they just call it Edgerunners. But just the Edgerunner group was it had a couple other people. You had Maine, the black dude. He was the main nigga. He was the main leader of the crew at the time. Then you had Dorio, the big muscular girl. I forgot other bro who had the hand, that fucking long ass hands. I do not remember his name. Then you
Pulse or something like that.
Oh, okay. Then you have Rebecca, or Becca for short. You feel me? I like Becca. I like
the
her
crazy little bit.
Yeah, I like it. She was with the shits though. She was with the shits,
yes,
bro.
Sir. Very fiery.
You feel me? And then, but coming to find out, like, David's mom was part of the Edgerunner group. She was fucking with him, and she was supposed to give the part that David installed into his back, and it was supposed to go to Maine. And he was just like, well, shit. Like, man, we knew your mom when you send your condolences. We send our respects and shit like that. And you feel me? He kind of let him keep it, but David was like, you know what? Let me prove myself. Let me actually show y'all I can do something with this. You feel me? I'm special. And he eventually they start training him. They start teaching him the ways and shit like that. You know, all that shit. But yeah, I feel like I've been doing a lot of talking. What did you think about like any of these characters in this whole group? Oh yeah, Kiwi. We gonna get to her later too. She was another person. But what do you think about the characters in Edgerunner gang?
Characters in the Edgerunner gang. Main shit. That nigga beat the brakes off old boy. He said, "Rest in peace to your mama," but you know. I want that shit though.
You gonna have to run me that?
They all cool though. Like I say.
Yeah.
My favorites though, probably like Rebecca and
Lucy.
The other dude was just kind of creepy. The one that died,
yeah,
was just kind of creepy.
Yeah. Becca.
Fingers.
Yeah. Becca.
Fingers are creepy. I don't know.
Becca
When I seen him,
cool. Yeah, exactly. I knew exactly how he was rolling, but yeah, it was crazy. But yeah, it was cool. Like I did like most of the crew. The muscular girl, she was cool. She was one brother's girlfriend and shit like that. I thought it was kind of funny when that nigga David called when he was about to get something. He was like, "Bruh, come on, bruh, it's not the time right now. It's not the time, little bro."
Talking about some training.
Man, you talking about some training, some jobs, nigga. I'm trying to get a blowjob right now. Nigga, what you mean? I'm trying to get a job. Oh shit, but yeah, man. Let's kind of skip ahead a little bit. You know, he joins the gang. Also, another part I did like, a little part. This boy David, while he was out of school, there was people in Arasaka that was trying to recruit him back into the school, the academy, and they tried to get into contact. He kept rejecting them and shit like that. Then when they finally got a hold of him, he was just like, "Hey, look, tell your son if you want to run that round 3, nigga, I'll whoop his ass." And then you know what else he said? He was just like, "Yo," he was like, "Man, y'all can stop calling me. Fuck off." And he just hung up in the principal's face. I thought that part was kind of funny. But fast forward a little bit. The job that Maine was working, he was working with like some Arasaka or military. I forgot which he belonged to, but he basically was working with one of the fixers, and it was like a real serious job. It was a real serious job, and basically, man, it got real at like episode 6, episode 7. It was getting real, like shit started hitting the fan. This nigga's Maine started going cyber psycho and shit like that. You know, he started losing his shit because he had so much cyberware installed in him. You know, so it's like once you have
slowly started seeing it too, especially if you was playing the game. Like you already kind of knew when that nigga started shaking and jittering and shit. You already knew shit. It kind of reminds you of a certain someone you play as. You feel me?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I thought, no, but with V, it was different though. That's because he didn't have too much like cyberware. It was like because of Johnny Silverhand. And by the way, they don't touch on Johnny Silverhand in this anime either. That's crazy. I thought they would have, but they don't touch on Johnny Silverhand.
It didn't. Not like what was it? Like it just never came about, you know?
Yeah, it never came about.
They were trying to be their own legends and shit type shit.
Yeah, exactly. They kind of did, but man, bro. So like, yeah, episode 6 and 7 was like the craziest parts. That's where like the peak of the season happened because so much shit started hitting the fan. You had Maine over here going cyber psycho. He started slowly losing his shit. Dorio ended up like getting knocked off. You feel me? Protecting Maine. And then like Maine, he was going off, bruh. Shout out to him. He didn't go out, bruh. He said, I'm taking everybody with me. If I'm just going mad, you feel me? He started letting it rip on everybody, bro. And I respected his death. Like it was hard, but I respected it. You feel me? Because he told David, like, yeah, I need to do this alone. No, David actually came, but Maine was like, yeah, kid, you got to get out of here. Like, yo, like, go with my dream, go do all this shit and shit like that, you know. And that boy David was so quick to get out of that whole shit as soon as everything was blowing the fuck up. I was like, I ain't never seen that man run that fast. That boy hit Sonic speed out that bitch.
X. The Sand Devastin ain't shit to play with, man. That motherfucker, sheesh.
Exactly.
Like the way I feel, like it was like just damn near like he was glitching through like the system, like the way he was just moving so fucking quick.
Yeah, exactly. And it was like, yo, he was moving so damn
like Haku in the mirrors.
Exactly. He moved hella quick out of that bitch. But episode 7, now you see, I don't know how much time, let's say probably like a couple months go by, and then you see Davis, the leader of the group now. He's adding more cyberware to him. He got rockets on his arm. He got like
crazy.
He's bigger. He bulked up. Yeah, now my
like
nigga, he's getting his name's getting known. He got a better house. His bitch look better. His car's better. His whip better. Better ingredients. Better pieces. You feel me? All that shit, you know. But he started making a name for himself. And now the same dude that came to Maine about like a job came to David, and they knew exactly like, and it was some backdoor shit. It was a whole bunch of backdoor shit. But yeah, like you start seeing David slowly changing.
Get the jitters.
Yeah, he's slowly changing because he's adding more cyberware to himself every day. And no, go.
Which was also crazy because, I mean, the concept of they add so much metal to them is damn near like the metal becomes addicting to them, adding more modifications to themselves. Cause like, you notice how the Ripper told like even with Maine, like they told him, shit, you can always just downgrade, and the nigga just was like, nah,
yeah,
ain't no downgrade. Yeah. I can do this shit.
Exactly, I can take it. I can take it. Yeah, man, fucking metal junkie. He's chroming himself out.
Yeah,
you feel me? Man, chrome my whole body. I don't give a motherfucker. But yeah, nah. Yeah, but anyway, you see, like you know what made this anime hit even more? It was the relationship between David and Lucy, man. It was that like seeing them like come together. And then I ain't gonna lie, that one part where she finally gave it up to my nigga David, I was like, yeah, David. Man. And then he came,
It's about time.
He came back, man. He was like, man, you seem like a different man. You seem a brand new boy. Oh god,
bruh.
Yeah,
she got about the tub and walked in there, and he was looking shit.
He's like, she got the yitties out.
Yeah, he's seeing it, I'm seeing it, we see it.
It was like, wow, bro. Oh my god. But man, we kind of going a little bit over our mark, but we still got a little bit more to talk about.
Rebecca.
Yeah, Rebecca.
Just to get us back online.
Yeah, Rebecca for sure. Rebecca for sure was ride or die. She was like ride or die. She was for sure riding with David. Falco, I thought he was a cool
Starting to take notice.
Yeah, exactly. She taking notice, exactly. And it's crazy because she added the arm, she added her hands to her brother. The dude had died by the other Cyber Psycho and shit like that earlier in the season. Kiwi, I fuck that bitch. I ain't gonna lie, fuck her. I didn't like how like
double crossing bitch.
You exactly. Exactly.
But technically, she kept it real though, cause then wouldn't she telling motherfuckers like, don't trust people?
Don't trust people. I mean, she kept it real. Don't trust me, but then you trusted the other nigga that like, bro, it was obvious in your face, like, bro, was gonna double cross your ass, and you still went there, and you got what you deserved. Exactly. You got what you deserved, and I didn't feel nothing for her. I was like, yeah. Oh, now you want to play the real. Now you want to be real, man. You left all your niggas, everybody, to die in that one ambush. I'm like, man, my boy David took out everybody though. David took out everybody, but that's when David had all his upgrades and shit like that. When I seen Atom Smasher, that's when I knew it was like a before timeline. Cause I'm like, in the main game, he is the final boss. So yeah, I was like, this is before. This is way before.
No, I already didn't like the bastard the first time, so I really don't like him this time.
Oh damn! Oh shit! God damn, bro. Atom Smasher, nah. Hey, I kind of did like how he was bringing it, boy. He was bringing the max pain. He was about to smoke, nigga.
Man, this nigga's whole stomping, smashing motherfuckers.
Yes.
Damn, this is a killing machine. This is worse than Terminator.
Man, bro. Oh no, he would fuck Terminator up.
And I couldn't understand. What is this nigga? A full robot? Is he whole AI or is he like
like
90%
the backstory?
AI, 10%?
The backstory, I was so involved. Like I really did like the world of Cyberpunk. Like it's a video on his like backstory and shit like that. And basically he was a human before, but then he started getting more upgrades, and then he said, "Fuck it, like man, chrome me out, man, chrome me out." And eventually that's what happened. You feel me? But the suit or the cyberware that David had, that was supposed to be from Atom Smasher, but then he didn't get it. So then David, Atom Smasher fight, of course. But before that, like, David had got shot by Atom Smasher. I'm like, how the fuck you gonna take your eye off the nigga that's about to give you the smoke, and you worried about the other nigga that's getting carried away? I'm like, bro, honestly, you could have been took that nigga out. Why the hell you didn't, David? Like,
and also the fact that like with the cyber psycho shit, like man, he was jumping in and out of consciousness. So I thought that was really crazy too, just to see how his mind was like basically dude was already dead. Like dude said, like you finna be going right over the edge to hell. Like dude was seeing shit that wasn't there.
Exactly.
All type of.
He shot the one innocent lady in the Arasaka building. I was like, man, yeah, no, David losing his shit.
Facts, and that tripped me out too. That nigga blasted that hoe. He was on shrooms or some shit.
Exactly. Like man, that nigga was on crack. That nigga was on coke. Yeah, no, for real.
Yeah. It was a little stronger.
Exactly. It was. Woo, man, I was like, it was sad just seeing David go through that shit, and like Lucy like watching him go through that shit, because all they wanted to do was go to the moon. He was like, I'm going with you to the moon, Lucy, and I'm gonna make sure that happens, you know. But it goes to show
kiss,
like,
though.
Yeah, the kiss, but then also
the kiss was a vibe.
Yeah,
woke that nigga up.
Yeah, exactly.
He woke that nigga up from the cyber shit.
Yeah, exactly. Because
he was about to just die in.
Exactly. But even Becca knew. She was like, yeah, we got to get him to Lucy and shit like that. You know, they kidnapped Lucy. They did hella shit to her. You feel me? I was like, oh man. I thought, well, I didn't know if Lucy was gonna die or like I knew David was gonna die. I was like, I knew David was gonna die. I knew it was just like so many people was dying left and right towards the end. I was like, oh god.
But bruh. Did not. I mean, I just didn't know Rebecca was gonna die, cause she was ready for the action. She didn't even get to unload the clip.
Yes, that nigga came through his fucking Black Air Force Energy Hulk smash.
She was like, let's do this shit.
Boom. Like, let's do this shit. Smash. She was like, man, we're having a moment, and then just bow.
A fucking sandwich, man. Fucking panini.
Man, smashed their whole shit in,
R.I.P. Rebecca.
Exactly.
A real one.
Yeah, no, Becca, she was with the shits, man. She was like the Harley Quinn of the group, if you think about it. But Falco was real too, though. You feel me? Like Falco wasn't there all the time, but like, you feel me? He was a goodwill man. He was, the driving part though, he was barring it. I ain't gonna lie, he had bars. He was going in. What else? Cause they had like 10, they had everybody on them, bro. I was like, wow. And they was really going.
The whole shit, like you said, that backdoor shit, it just was one of the hugest setups. And then making that nigga put the suit on, and then shit, after he put the suit on, shit, he got to become fucking a merciless destroyer berserker.
Yeah, exactly. Bro, he was taking their guns away and shooting everybody with the shit. So I was like, oh god. You know,
the fact that they've been monitoring him since he first put the Sand Devastating on,
man,
like just some whole like type of science project shit with his ass. They've been conducting on him this whole time.
Yeah, exactly.
Just to see how that unfolded. That was crazy too.
Yeah, and you know what else was crazy?
Big master plan. Ooh.
Man, yeah, no. What else was crazy was Lucy was Arasaka as a kid. She was trained to be a net runner as a kid too. And I thought that was crazy. I was like,
I knew something was up.
Yeah, I knew something was up with her, but I'm like,
yeah, she was too good.
I was like, man. But then,
but a net runner, I didn't figure that though. That was shocking.
Yeah, Kiwi brought her into the whole shit, you know. But then Kiwi, she was doing some backdoor shit. She was, you know, with Faraday and shit like that. So yeah. But yeah, the fight between Adam Smasher and David, I thought that was cool, but I was like, I knew how it was going to end. I was like, David, that is at his end. You feel me? And he told, and
I didn't know he was just finna. He gave up though.
Yeah, no, he kind of gave up. No,
I know he was probably out of energy too.
He fucked up when he let Adam Smasher shoot him, bro. I was like, yo, bro, he's in your face with a gun like that. That's where you took your eye off that shit. Like, why? And then it was crazy because like. Adam Smasher had the same stance as David. He was like, wait, you got the same sense as me? He was like, man, little bro, I got all the shit.
Both of these niggas is glitching and shit. They glitching together. I'm like, what the fuck?
Exactly. They really moving hella quick in like real time. But like to us, they were in like some like Quicksilver type shit. But
man died with a smile though.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
His dream was fulfilled.
Yeah, he fulfilled the hell of people's dream. Like Main's dream was to like become a legend or something like that, you know. And he said you can have my fist. And he had Main's fist and he became the leader of the group. And then his mom said, and he fulfilled his mom's dream was saying like I want my son to be on top of Arasaka Tower, #1, the first floor.
Touch my soul.
Yeah, and he said, I did it, mom. Like I'm at the top of the tower. I did this shit. Not the exact way your mom wanted it, but you did it. Okay, get some credit.
Did it, man.
Yeah, and you know,
remind me of this old movie though.
And he also did the shit with Lucy.
You know how they had like little similarities and shit.
Yeah, and he also helped Lucy fulfill her dream and got her to the moon and shit like that. I ain't gonna lie, my boy David was making the bank that last job. Like he had bank. I ain't even gonna front. But
Mans looked like a whole different person. He was like,
exactly.
Shit, I'm surprised the jacket still was fitting.
Exactly. I was like, you big buff ass. That nigga was like cyborg. He was like a cyborg.
Quick with the pistols too, flipping and kicking and shit.
Exactly.
Said, damn. Okay, I see you.
Exactly. Not for real. But yeah, man. What would you rate this anime though?
Hey, I enjoyed the whole entire ride. I can't say there was anything I disliked. So I'm gonna give that bitch a nice 9 out of 10.
9. I can agree with that. It's a 9. It was a 9, you know. It was a good. I recommend if you're a gamer or if you're an anime watcher to watch this shit for sure. And what else I want to say? One thing I want to see if more seasons drop, I want to see the other classes come into this. Like I said this earlier on my stream. I want to see like them, like, you know, David's the street kid. I want to see them do a nomad class story. I want to see them do a crypto story, and I guess I want to see them kind of connect in a way. I want to see like them connect in like later seasons or something. I think that would be kind of cool. if they did
Big dope.
the story
See different sides.
Yeah, exactly. You know, or like if they go in with one of the gangs and shit like that, like do a story of one of the gang members. That would be cool too. And woo, yeah, I think that would be cool. But woo, this whole
man. And I like how they bring in the communities.
Yeah, bruh. And you know, it's crazy. Ever since the anime dropped, this went up. It went up like Cyberpunk. People were hyped back into Cyberpunk and hop back into Night City. And man, they've been playing it because they actually gave an update for the Edgerunners and shit like that. We got more Cyberpunk DLC.
It never was a bad game.
Yeah, it never was. It was just real buggy and shit like that. Like people, like the concept for the game was good. Like, man, I went back and I've been streaming it lately, and it's still a fun game. It really is a fun game. So yeah, man.
Y'all, like I say, it's bringing the communities together. Gamers, anime people, shit. It's bringing those two communities together to check out some shit. Together. Exactly.
And I love to see it. So man, y'all got to check out this anime. This is probably one of my favorite animes of this year, man. And we still ain't got to talk October, man. This for sure is one of my favorite animes of this year, though. Man. Got anything else to add, ATC?
Shit, man. Like say, y'all check out the game. Hey, also, man, Netflix, blow that shit up, man, with that like button. Love that shit, cause guess what? If the anime blow up real big, it might even drop more shit for the game. You feel me? More exposure for the game. More shit for that.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Let's keep this shit rocking, man.
Yeah, exactly. They got more DLC coming.
Night City, bitch.
Man. Night City, bitch, dude.
I'm excited too. Yeah. What is it? Next year?
I think so. Yeah, they got this called the Phantom
expansion.
Liberty. Yeah, they got an expansion coming for the next year. I still want them to put third person in the game though. That, and I guess people been asked for a new game plus. People been asked for that too. But they've been.
No, we ain't gonna get no multiplayer.
Yeah, they had to scrap that. They had to scrap that for sure.
But man,
this was good. This was good. Like, man, it'll make you rethink about how you treated Cyberpunk and make you want to get back into it. But I guess
immerse yourself.
Yeah, exactly. I guess that's it for this review, man. If you stayed this long, we'll like to say we appreciate it. Thank you for coming. Thank you for staying. I know this is like a little. We try to aim this for like 20-25 minutes, but you know we kind of got deep into it. It was a lot to talk about. I mean, it's just 10 episodes, but you know we had to kind of stretch it out because we talk about the game, we talk about the anime too, and like we don't want to break down everything, but we broke down like kind of the main shit. We didn't want to spoil it. We want you. We like actually go out and watch it. Go and watch it. But yeah, this has been another anime review with me and ATC, man. And we'll catch you with another one. I don't know which one we're gonna do next. Whichever one we do next. Yeah, because October we finna get hit up with so many different ones. We could do Chainsaw Man. I don't know, but yeah. It's we're gonna wrap this one up, man. It's been a good one. Make sure to follow us. Make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and yeah, man. Like I said in the beginning, man. If you want to get in Discord, hit us up. All right, this is Mufasa Uncaged and ATC, and we out.